This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. We are live at Casa Humilde 7700 in Madison, in Forest Park.
Sounds, oh, yeah.
You got an echo?
Yeah, on your end. Try that one.
Check 1 2.
No.
Check 1 2.
Oh, is that, yeah, that's
Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, better. Move this over. And it is a TTNL and TCSF. There we go.
Yeah, you
Technical
got it.
difficulties. True Chicago sports fan TTNL pregame show for the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions game. It's the revenge game.
Got to smack somebody today.
Yeah, definitely got to smack somebody after they put 52 on us in week 2.
Well, not only that, they taunted Ben Johnson the entire time.
They did.
The entire time. They taunted Ben Johnson. They taunted the Chicago Bears. You got that echo? Yeah, there's a huge echo.
There's an echo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, because of this. Hold on.
Yeah, turn that off. There you go.
Is it off?
I don't know.
There it is. It should be there.
We're fine.
There
Go
it
ahead.
is.
Run it.
All right. Well, it's going to be a
Now that
banger.
we screwed up the beginning.
Well, we are live.
Well, no, it's fine. Anyway, Bears, Lions.
Bears, Lions. It's good. We're trying to secure the number 2 seed. The Lions are out of it. Yeah. So we're just gonna keep going. We've got some little bit of feedback going on with the speaker here. There we go. And it's gonna be a lively game. We are at Casa Humilde against 7700 in Forest Park. Great food, great beer. They're treating us great. We're already on beer number 1. Thank you to Jose and the staff here for taking care of us. Lovely, lovely people. It is going to be a packed house. Lots of reserve signs all over. So get here early. Lots of the tables are already reserved. And you're going to not want to miss this one here. So if you're not at the game, come on over and have a beer with us. The Bears and the Lions are going to be battling off. The Bears, again, for the number 2 seed. The Lions are going to be trying to play spoiler and not allow us to get up game. We good?
Yeah, we're good. What?
All right. Well, Bears inactives for today: Case Keenum, Nick McLeod, D-back, Ozzy Trapillo is out, offensive lineman. Odunze's out, Hippolyte, and Tryon Shikola.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe.
Just call him Joe.
Just call him Joe. The man's name is Joe, so he's out. And as far as for the inactives for the Detroit Lions, you got Alex Azzalone. Azzalone, my bad.
He's Italian, bro. Come on now.
I'm not Italian.
You gotta come on. You gotta
We're
pronounce
Spanish.
it.
Azzalone. Keod. Oh yeah, give me that one. Yeah, Keod. Awosika. Go with that.
You're fine.
Thomas Harper, Dominic Lovelet, Aleem McNeil, and Peniel Sewell.
Remember, we can't really pronounce half of these
Oh, I'm horrible.
exotic names. I
I'm
mean,
horrible.
even the Spanish ones.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No,
Okay. Yeah, that's my shtick.
even with the guys that are out right now, this is a must-win game. Number 2 seed in the NFC on the line. There's nothing else you could really say. You have to go ahead, put your starters out there. Ben Johnson needs to take I think he needs to take a little bit of a step, right, when it comes to play calling in the red zone. But nonetheless, I think this is going to be a game where the Chicago Bears really try to insert dominance against this Detroit Lions team who's been ailing, beat your ass in week 2. You gotta make a statement here today.
You do have to make a statement, and you're looking at Caleb trying to be the first 4,000 passer for the Chicago Bears. You got DJ Moore trying to make a statement. He might be on a trade block next year, so he's trying to.
I don't think so
You
anymore.
don't think so?
Not anymore. Not after what he's been doing. DJ Moore's just been essential. He's been doing the dirty work, and then he finally gets rewarded here at the end of the season. He's just a good player for us. Like, I don't think trading DJ Moore is the answer, but
I mean, there is a pass rusher in Las Vegas that's very unhappy.
I could see that. I mean, it could be a trade, but I could also see them maybe possibly moving a guy like Jalen Johnson and some picks to go ahead and get that guy. I don't know. I think DJ's just too valuable for us to just go ahead and discard him to another team and be like, all right, we're good with accumulating picks or what have you. He's just shown that he's been invaluable.
Hey, again, anything can happen with our GM, who is very unpredictable when it comes to the draft and trading people. So, in my opinion, a pass rusher is way more important than a wide receiver. You can always draft more wide receivers. A pass rusher, usually in the first round, and those guys are game wreckers.
No, absolutely. I just think that right now, with the amount of picks that they have, right, you have these emergence of some cornerbacks. Here, you're going to get another cornerback off IR next year, hopefully. I just feel like Jalen Johnson's a guy over DJ Moore that should be moved. I don't really see how trading DJ Moore right here, right now, benefits Caleb Williams, benefits the offense. I could see them moving on from Jalen. Not to say that benefits them, but it's a necessity because of the contract. He's already talked about asking for more money this coming off season. And you have a guy in Al Harris as a coach who I think is going to be key for development, especially in the secondary. I think you could get away with moving a Jalen Johnson over a guy like DJ Moore because of the injury history, because of the contract situation. That's just where I'm at. I think you could find cornerbacks that are will suitable to go ahead and take up a roster spot and play well. I mean, you saw guys in like Nashawn Wright stepping up this year. You saw, Tyreek Stevenson maturity and in play take a bit of a step. I mean, he's been okay, but he hasn't regressed and he hasn't let what happened last year affect him this year. So I think, like I said, having Al Harris and having a coaching staff and a foundation that is clearly developing players is where I would go because of, like I said, most importantly, the contract issue with Jalen Johnson that is clearly going to rear its head this offseason. He's already mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting it.
I mean, it's a little early for those guys to be talking contracts when your focus should be on winning the next game. And the next game is against the Detroit Lions to secure the number 2 spot. So that way you get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. At least you get 2 games with that. And the idea is that we have an easier path, and these guys should be focused on the next game. So right now, Jalen, just quiet, be quiet. Make sure that you guys are definitely putting the best effort on the field. Worry about the off field in the off season because you were injured a lot during this season. So I don't want to hear that because your production wasn't there. As for what's going to happen on the offensive side, again, we've been saying it all season: run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Swift should be able to get a touchdown. Manungai should be able to get a touchdown. I want 80 yards from each one of these guys, like I said last week. I want the running game to be effective, a bruising game, and running these guys over. Their defense on the Detroit side has been lackluster. It has not been showing up in the last couple of weeks. So you can put 30 points on this team. Plus.
I can see that. I definitely can see them, continuing this hot streak on offense. My biggest concern, obviously, is the defense from what happened last week. And you saw what the good defense does to a San Francisco team that was putting up points at will. My biggest concern, and it's been all year, is that pass rush. How do you get to the quarterback? Even with sending 5 or 6 guys, 7 guys, you're still not getting there as often as you want. And it's frustrating. It's not going to change here now in week 18, but the biggest microscope will be this defense and the reconstruction of this defense moving forward with the draft, with potential free agents. There needs to be a huge emphasis on defense, in particular pass rush. It's just got to be the guys that you have right here. Montez Sweat, underwhelming, even though he's been playing a little bit better. Dexter, underwhelming. The one guy, the young kid got hurt. He looked like he was playing with a little bit of a motor, and unfortunately he got hurt. So Austin Booker's looking a little bit better. He's I like seeing what I'm seeing, but again, not consistent enough for me getting to the quarterback to say, hey, you know what, going into the playoffs, this defense is going to take care of business and we're going to be fine. It's been a worry for me all season long, Jose. You know it. Steve, when he pops in here, he knows it. It is what it is. This is who they are on defense. They lack pass rush. They opportunistic with their turnovers. But when it comes down to it, you can't really trust that they're going to make that one stop. Like they had that opportunity in San Francisco before they went for the go-ahead touchdown. It's like 3rd and 8. You have your opportunity here. Nope, you can't get any pressure. The guy sitting there in the pocket finds a guy wide open. It's just the MO of the Bears front line.
It has been the MO, and they've been depending too much on trying to get those interceptions, those turnovers. Well, they do lead the league in turnovers like that, but the issue is you can't depend on those. Those come when they come, and sometimes it's a lucky bounce. But you can't depend on those, and it's a different game. When we get those 2-3 turnovers, we look like a great team. But when we don't, we look very mediocre on defense, and a part of it is the pass rush. So if the Bears were able to get to the Super Bowl, my biggest worry would be the pass rush, because if you're playing one of those good teams, like let's say, I don't know, Denver.
Go to the Niners. Go to you.
No,
Just
talking about the AFC. Look,
if they got there, yeah, obviously. But any one of these teams can beat each other. Like it's just how I see this playoff run. But like you said, in particular, if you have an offensive line that is just solid in pass protection, you're probably going to struggle through the air. You saw that in San Francisco. You've been seeing it all year. Spencer Rattler was getting us at times. You had Mason Rudolph, catching fire. Joe Flacco lit us up. These guys that aren't very mobile, even though Bears struggle with mobility, that aren't very mobile are sitting there picking you apart. So again, when push comes to shove, like this offseason is in my opinion, it's a defensive focus offseason for Ryan Poles and this entire coaching staff.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? In my opinion, this game is going to be a player's game for their coach. They're going to be playing for their coach. And I had a surprise for you, but you got it. You opened your phone and you saw social media, so you saw what I was going to surprise you with.
Yeah.
And it was that Caleb walked into the building with a Ben Johnson high school jersey on.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about a guy who is locked in step with his coach and loves his coach. That how much does that?
I want to know where the hell you found that. I mean, he obviously had to get it remade, but yeah, that one. That's dope. I mean, that's cool. Like they have camaraderie. They are obviously in lockstep, like you said, building this thing together. Keep that going. Like that's the most dangerous thing I think going right now in the NFC is Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, syncing up and trying to become one as far as this offense and the operation is concerned. Like it's very scary because like even after last season, we talked about Caleb's struggles, and he still has struggles. He still has flaws. There's just huge steps. There's just leaps and bounds, right? Like there's actual coaching going on behind the scenes that is preparing him, right? That is getting him better. That's making him focus on the things that are going to elevate his game. So as long as as long as they're together, I feel like this Bears offense and this Bears team, led by Ben Johnson, is in good hands. It's time to go execute.
It is time to go execute. And then again, we talked about what we're expecting. Does Caleb throw for 275 to break the record to get be number one on the list?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's cool. Like I like it, and I want it as a fan. But if you win the game, you win the game, and that's what's most important. So, I'm not going to be disappointed because, like I said, there's obviously good things coming on the horizon. But yeah, it would be dope. Like it would be an icing on the cake for this regular season. Now you got to go bake another cake in the postseason and make a name for yourself there. But to close out the year and to finally have the guy, Mr. 4000.
Nice,
yeah,
Mr. 4000.
Awesome. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Start making the shirts right now, Mr. 4000.
Put Bernie Mac's face on there. Now, but yeah, it'll be dope. It'll be dope to have that first guy set himself apart. He's the future, man. And if you haven't seen that yet, it's sad, I guess. I don't know what you have been watching, but he's definitely made his presence known and becoming the face of the franchise. Wide receiver DJ Moore and OZ will be 1 and 2.
what are we looking for? Oh, Luther Burden's back as well.
Yeah, Luther's there.
Luther Burden. I'm sorry, but he's not. I'm looking at the depth chart. It's not on there. Luther is Burden is emerging as the number 2 wide receiver with the Chicago Bears.
I'd say he's number 1.
Well,
in my opinion.
Well, are you taking that away from Rome?
He will be number 1.
Is he going to surpass Rome?
There's just things that Rome. Okay, there's things that Rome can do that he probably can't physically, but there's just that run after catch and the determination and that nasty that Luther brings. That's why I call him lethal Luther Burden, because every time he touches the ball, you're expecting now in particular, now that he's more involved, I'm expecting him to break at least 1 tackle and get some yak after the catch. So is it unfair to Rome because he got hurt? Not
next
really.
man up. No, that's next man up. No,
next man up. But we already knew the talent that Luther had, and like I said, there's things that Rome could do that are possibly better than Luther. But like when it comes to explosion and it comes to getting yards after the catch, Luther Burden leaps and bounds. Even I know DJ could do the same thing, but like, show me. You know what I'm saying? Show me now. DJ's been in recent times doing great, but Luther, as soon as he got opportunities, he was explosive.
So on offense, are we looking for more of a wide receiver game or more of a tight end game or running game?
Control the clock. Like I said, don't get away from your identity. You did that last week, I felt like. You've done that a lot of times where I feel you've gotten desperate and you think you have to go ahead and air it out all game long or all half long. Rely on that running game. Get these guys going, beat up the middle of that defense. And then, as that continues throughout the game, start taking your shots. Like, I don't think you have to go out there because of that 52-point blowout or whatever it was.
Is that not what is it, bulletin board?
Well, yeah, it's the bulletin board stuff, but like
big old 52.
But you got to execute, right? You got to execute the game plan. And if your focus is on, if you get too emotional, right? Let's say you got players that remember that and want to get back. If you can make mistakes, you could get penalties. You could, take your focus off of the game plan, and that's not really what you want. So the goals out there is just to execute the game plan. Win whatever the score. I imagine if Ben has the opportunity, he would run it up. But
he's definitely
the biggest thing is get the win and have more points after once the final whistle blows. Like, don't focus on going out there and trying to force like a payback situation or force a blowout, because I feel like you'll make mistakes that way.
Yeah, definitely will be mistakes. On defense, we've been talking about we saw that shootout last week, but at the end of the day, we couldn't make any stops, and that showed that the offense can hang with anybody in the NFL, but our defense can't stop anybody when it comes to that 2-minute fast offense. We can't stop anybody because we can't get to the quarterback. So we're looking at their defense has been decimated, and we're able to put some points on the board. But how can we shut down their offense?
Well, it starts with their running game, right? You got to shut down Gibbs. You got to shut down Montgomery. After that, it's a kind of a flip of a coin, because even if you shut them down, with the lack of pass rush, I could still see Goff eating you up. And you got a guy like Jameson Williams. You got a guy in Amon-Ra St. Brown, Hawkinson, that can do damage to you. So for me, it's stop the run. Make sure you stop at least one factor of their offense, like they didn't do in San Francisco, where you saw McCaffrey running wild, tackling. It needs to be better in this game than it was last game, because I felt like you had opportunities to bring a guy down short of yardage, short of a distance in the backfield, held for a sack, and you didn't do that. So whatever they did this week, I hope it was focused on finishing their tackles and defensively just being more aggressive than they were last week.
Definitely. We are live at Casa Humilde 7700 in Madison. 7700 Madison in Forest Park. Yeah, there's no West on this because we're in Forest Park, no longer Chicago. Great food, great beer. We're drinking the piñata. It's our favorite beer here. You want to show the crowd? I mean, it's starting to fill up. The bar is full.
Oh, I don't know if it popped there.
There it is.
Yep. It's going up.
It's going up. I'll move it
Slowly
around a
but
little bit.
surely.
Yeah.
There you go.
The other way.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Going up.
So it's starting to fill up. A lot of these tables are reserved for 3 o'clock, 3:15. So it's starting to fill up. And again, come on over. Enjoy. We've got a bunch of merch. Well, you got some merch, some new merch. This is a limited edition run. Good, better, best. We got the outline of the bear, and on the back it says "Good, better, best," and the whole saying with our logo on the back. We got about 10 of those. Well, 9 now because I just bought one. Ready for sale. We've got the hats. You see them up here in front, and we got glasses and shot glasses and all types of cool stuff. But come on over and share a beer with us and enjoy the game with us. But again, we're looking to get a W to go into the playoffs. And if we win this game, we play the Packers at home for the 3rd time this year. Not to get ahead of the Lions, not to get ahead. But would that be the preferable matchup for you? Or would you rather they were to lay off the gas and play San Francisco?
No.
Or
there's no laying off the gas. Like to me, it's a loser mentality, especially right now when you have the momentum. Even with the loss last week, 2 losses back to back, in knowing you laid down in the second one, that's not going to sit well with me, and I don't think it'll sit well with the team. I don't care who we play in the playoffs, Packers. It's you have a shot against any one of these teams that are in the NFC, and I believe the AFC as well. It's just open. It's more open than I thought it was going to be this season. You've seen definitely chinks in the armor on teams that you thought were going to be, head and shoulders above the rest.
right.
There's opportunities there for all these teams to go ahead and make a run. For me, it's like I said, about executing the game plan, and really if the defense can make some type of a step, so there'd be some type of a switch up front that generates, even the minimal amount of pass rush. Right, I think it'll be a different story. But for me, have that mentality of winning going into the playoffs. Don't go ahead and lay down for anybody, especially the Detroit Lions. You don't want to give them any momentum going into the offseason. You want to go ahead and, truthfully, you want to beat them down, right? I mean, that's what you want to do. But beat them down within the structure of the offensive game plan, defensive game plan. Don't go ahead and try to be a hero or try to, just do too much. Like that's how you, like I said, that's how you make mistakes.
You're speaking of the lack of pass rush, but one of the things that it just popped in my head, we have not seen a lot of batted balls. These guys are not putting their hands up as soon as the ball's being passed. Are we not seeing that?
And we saw a few, but yeah, I would like more. It'll definitely be nice to have some more. It's like I said, there's going to be a complete overhaul of
the defense. Yeah.
Like there's just going to be players that are going to be moved, guys that might be a surprise move. It is what it is because of the inconsistencies, man. It's there. Like, yeah, we're leading in turnovers, and great, right? It's a part of their mentality, right? I feel like turnovers and trying to get turnovers are part of the mentality,
right?
But again, that's too far, few and far between. It's you got to be able to consistently do something well, and that's, in my opinion, consistently would be the pass rush. If you have great pass rushers, great rushers, you're going to cause problems at the line of scrimmage, and that's where you win.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you that the defense is going to have to make a statement today and shut down at least one of the facets of the Detroit offense. Before we get into keys of the game, and I was waiting for Steve to jump in here, but looks like he's being held up.
I thought I sent him. Well, yeah,
he's being held up. It looks like he's got to make an appearance at Soldier Field, so that's probably why he's not joining us at the moment. But if we're looking for players of the game, for me, it's got to be Loveland and Komet. I need 60 yards combined from both of them. Get those two guys to catch and get some yards after the play, some yak. And I want Loveland to get a touchdown. I want one of the running backs, if not both, the running backs to get a touchdown. And I need Caleb to have a clean game, which means I need him passing over 70%. I want him to be able to dictate what's going on the offense. And I want them time of possession. I want them to continue to make long drives. That drive in San Francisco, that last drive, was like 16 plays. That's what I want. Yeah. And I understand, get that big play. If it's open, yes, you take it. but a sustained drive drains that defense that you're playing against and makes them tired, makes them second think. They're wheezing. Guess what? Now you got them in your pocket.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more no huddle, or maybe
a faster paced offense.
Maybe you throw in like 3-4 plays, right? If you can continuously hit those plays, you do those fast, like no huddle, and then maybe you go into a huddle, like a kind of a hybrid type of approach. But
right.
Again, for me, you just have to be able to run the rock and control that line of scrimmage. I know it's going to be difficult defensively, but offensively, control the line of scrimmage so you could keep their offense off the field and allow guys to rest on defense, them to make adjustments and so on and so forth.
So, who are going to be your players of the game? Hey, we'll Steve's in the house. Before we get to that, let's get Steve in here.
What's up, Steve?
Yo, what's going on?
Oh,
how the hell I didn't know what time the game was? That's.
Oh, I think we can't hear you at all, Steve.
I'm here.
Try it now.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we got you now.
Yeah, I said I don't know how the hell I didn't know what time the game was. I've been on another planet today. I think it's the fact that I got to go back to work tomorrow.
Trying to think of anything else, but
me and you both, brother.
Yes, Jose's struggling over here.
I'm struggling.
Too. But anyway, Steve, so go ahead.
No, well, Steve, my biggest thing is you're looking at.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna connect with you guys. I'll be seeing you in like 10 minutes.
Oh, all right.
Oh, even better. Even better.
I'll see you in 10 minutes.
All right.
All right, bet. Ivan, again, we're just gonna pivot all over the place. Ivan, give me your players of the game on offense.
The running backs, Swift and Manungai. Like I said, control the clock, control the game. Focus on your identity, and everything else will come to you. I think if you get away from that, that's when you allow the door open for a still dangerous team in Detroit to go ahead and beat you. So, again, make sure you control the clock on the on the ground, control the line of scrimmage on offense, and let's go from there. Hopefully, the defense can force a couple turnovers, and this could be a nice blowout where we're not stressed in the fourth quarter.
On defense. Who's your guy?
Kevin Byard.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kevin Byard in the secondary. He's been everything for us. I think if a guy, there's nobody more deserving of praise than Kevin Byard. I feel like leadership-wise, play-wise, I would like for him to maybe get a pick or two here today's game.
I'm going to go with Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a game that he's going to be able to do well in as far as matchup wise. And then on offense, I'm looking at the tight ends. Being able to get that yak, if they can get 60 to 80 yards combined and at least one touchdown. Again, that's going to give Caleb a release valve. It kind of changes the pace of the game, allows them to still run the ball because now the tight ends are not only chipping, but they're releasing and giving them that ability to get that release valve. And I just need, like I said, I need Caleb to have a 70% game.
Well, you've seen this increased amount of times he's been going to a guy like Colson Loveland.
Yep.
Caleb's been hitting his outlet, a lot more than we've seen. I like that. Colson Loveland could have a big game today. I feel like he should have a big game today against this linebacking group for the Lions. Like, he's a guy that's a complete X factor with his speed, his strength, his ability to catch the ball. His hands he's probably got maybe the top 3 hands on the team as far as catching is concerned. Like, there's been some catches where he is just like, it's just been magnificent. You don't know how he made that catch. Strong hands, able to protect the football. I just think that Colson Loveland has just been everything we could have wanted and more as a rookie. And he's a guy also that you're looking at his future, especially with this group. He's a guy that can be that, that Kelsey type of guy. That
as
guy
much as we criticized Ryan Poles on his offensive picks, he picked Loveland and he picked Luther Burden.
Yeah. No, the criticism for me for Ryan Poles, it doesn't come from off of this year. It comes from off of certain decisions in years past, right? Like, the beginning Eberflus years, where this team, in particular defensively, could have been a little bit better, but huge misses on the offensive line when you are a former offensive lineman as a GM, like huge misses and reaches that you still are scratching your head on, right? He's already drafted 2 punters, one in the 4th round, and Torrey Taylor's been good, but not 4th round good.
No.
So like there's been things that for me, there's going to need to be more from Ryan Poles going into this offseason for me to be like, okay, you know what, Ryan, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt again. You've regained trust. Let's see what you could do from here on out. But, until I see what happens this offseason, it's still going to be doubt in my mind on, is he able to assess talent? And was it him or was it this entire coaching staff that, helped make these picks, right? You know what I'm saying? He had all these opportunities with Eberflus, wasn't making great picks. Now you get a different coaching staff in, different regime, and you've got, quality talent coming into the building. So again, I think it's fair to say he had a great draft this past offseason, but I think it's also fair to say you have to continue to keep an eye on what he does, because if it was a one-off, then we got problems. But if it's because of this collaboration with the coaching staff and him, then I think this thing could work. It's just, again, you had an opportunity to have this team ready, built, right? And you missed on a lot of guys. Velus Jones, don't get me started, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of opportunities for him to have this team ready to go on both sides of the ball, and not just one.
We're starting to see that maybe he has learned from his mistakes. Well, first of all, I want to address a comment here from Craig. Stop with the 70% nonsense. Let me just tell you right now, any of the great quarterbacks pass that 70% and above.
Yeah, but I think that's just.
Are you going to say 3 for 10 and gets a touchdown?
I think that's just a goal. I think it's just a goal. Like I said, this is if you throw for 66%, are you bad? Are you struggling?
No, you say 6 for 10 because that's 60%, but that's not a good percentage for a quarterback.
I agree, but we're talking about a game where there's different variables coming. You got guys trying to knock this ball out. How many drops have you had? How many times has defenders knocked the ball out? So like I said, yeah, that's the goal. You want to have a high-powered offense. That's the goal for a quarterback.
My goal for him this game is 70%.
Right, but
if you're going to get butthurt because I call him a 7%, because I want him to have a clean game.
No, that's fine. But I'm saying if that's
so
your
that way
focus,
he gets his 300 yards. Like, come on, bro.
Right, but if that's your focus, I think that's wrong.
But, I'm not saying he's not going to throw 7% every single game.
Right.
I'm saying I want that for this game.
Right.
That's what I want.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I think that's fair.
That's very fair because I want him to get his 4,000 yards.
Yeah, like I said, that's fair. And, again, I get that. It's just win the game.
I'm trying off for a game, not for a season, bro.
Just win the football game. That's where I'm at.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll take the W, but I don't want him going 3 for 10 or
no, of course you don't want him to
6
struggle.
for 30.
Like, nobody's saying, yeah, obviously.
Right. I'm saying today I want a clean game. That's it. It's so simple for him.
You want to see him annihilate the Lions.
Exactly. I want a blowout of the Lions. I want him to throw very well. It's the receivers to be wide open. It's running backs to make all the great plays. That's what I want. I want to blow them out. I want to blow their doors off. Because you know what? It's a payback game for me.
Well, it sounds like it takes more than Caleb Williams to do that.
It does. These guys need to catch the ball. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and I know there's 11 guys on the other side of the ball that are trying to stop us. I understand it's football. But I had a goal. You're going to get mad because I want my guy to be great.
I don't think he's mad. I think he's just saying that he's because of the constant 70% being preached all over the place.
Well, that wasn't us.
No, but I get it.
I know it was JC. I know it was
JC.
JC's been on that. But I said, I just want it once in a while. Again, if you're not 65%, I'm good with it. As long as we win the game, as long as you're not turning the ball over, I am completely fine with it. Greg, thank you for your comments, bro. Thank you. I don't know if Steve's going to make it on time for the pregame because it's already 3 o'clock.
Well,
I don't see him.
I don't see him.
Ivan, your predictions of the score for today's game.
I'm going to go Bears 32. Lions 23.
I'm going to go Bears 38, Lions 24. The highest scoring game. Bears dominate. Bears get that W, and it's going to be a phenomenal game for the Chicago Bears.
I hope so, man. From your lips to God's ears, let's get this rolling because I'm eager for the playoffs. Just make sure you go in there with a W.
Yeah, because that way we go next week. I don't know what day we're playing, and I guess it depends on how everything shakes up today and tomorrow as far as these games, these seeding games. So we'll know very soon on Monday what time and what date we'll play. And we'll probably be back here.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
hope.
it sounds like a good plan. We'll be back
I
here
would
at
hope.
Casa Humilde, 7700 Madison in Forest Park. Great beer, great food. They got great specials. They got bucket special. Look at that. It's filling up.
People
Look at
filling
that. It's
in.
filling in. Yeah, there's like 3 tables left over here.
Mhm.
So we're going to continue to drink some beer and get some food. Smash Burger?
Oh, dude, I've been
Dreaming about it?
Yeah, they asked me over at the other place if I wanted food. I was like, no,
No,
I'll wait.
no.
I'll wait. I know where I was coming.
Yeah, we're not going to mention that place.
I know where I was coming. Smash Burgers, baby.
Smash Burgers, baby. So I guess we'll see. Steve can stick around for the halftime show, which will be on True Chicago Sports Fans. And if you want to check out the TTNL on the Patreon side for their halftime show, go ahead and do that.
Yep.
But we are still here. Come and join us. Come have a beer with us at Casa Humilde 7700 Madison in Forest Park. We got tons of merch, limited edition hoodies right here. We got limited edition hats. We got glasses, with our logo and the Bears logo. We got some glasses cleaners. Ivan doesn't have his glasses anymore, but he can still clean his glasses when he gets them. We got shirts. We got TTNL shirts. We got TCSF shirts. We got shot glasses. We got pint glasses and rock glasses. So come on over, support the show, and let's have a good time. And bear down, baby.
It's always funny trying to explain why I don't have my glasses to people. But
That's not a PG story.
Anyway, not a PJ story. Anyway, bear down, guys.
Bear down, baby.